good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of the day that you listen to this. This is the Chante Show, hosted by me, your girl Chante. Yo, I got a very special guest on the show today, y'all. I got my boy JellyBean on the show,
What's happening?
Dallas
What's happening? What's
finest.
happening?
What's going on, JellyBean? How you doing today?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm feeling good, smelling good, looking
Feeling
good.
good,
You know what I
smelling good.
mean?
Look,
You
I
know what I
like
mean?
that. That boy say it's all good.
Everything.
All right, so with that being said, Jelly Bean, on the Shantae Show, I always hit my guests. I always hit my listeners with some motivation
Okay.
every time I do a show. And this motivation should carry them through the rest of the week,
Okay.
the rest of the month. If they smart, it'll take them through the rest of their life. So when I have a guest, I let my guests give a little motivation first. What you got for my people?
Motivation first. I would say lately I've been telling people don't be afraid to be selfish
Mm,
because I feel like the masses has made selfishness a bad thing.
yeah.
When in actuality, some people is like the what you call it, like that main person in their family. Most people, like I know, like my brother,
Mm-hmm.
the most like well rounded out of all of
Okay.
us. Like he got a good paying job. You know what I mean? He been there years. He got
Stable.
his own play. He working towards getting his own house. He like, what I'm saying, like a year away from that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I feel like everybody got that one person in their family that's like really
Absolutely.
responsible, that really hold it down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he did that by being selfish. You know what I mean? Sometimes he had to say no
Okay.
for when people ask for something because he was trying to build himself up because you can't
Right.
build a house on shaky foundation. You can't build a house on no mud.
But you know what else? I think a lot of time, because I see what you mean by that. But I think a lot of time people make having priorities a bad thing, and then
Nah,
they
for real.
use selfish. Like, oh, you selfish. How is it selfish that I'm trying to put myself in a better situation so that then I can help you?
Nah, for real. And me and my brother had conversations, and he's kind of I guess like scared, kind of like had PTSD in a way, like from how we grew up from paycheck to paycheck. He's
Yeah,
seen that, and he's like, I'm not. He's like, I refuse.
absolutely.
So he frugal with it. If we really need it, it get to you. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, he very frugal with how he
Yeah.
move and how he pay for stuff, and what I'm saying,
Okay.
what he give money towards. Because if he give and give, he not gonna have nothing for himself. And if he ain't
Exactly.
got nothing for himself, then he can't get to work. He can't pay for food. He
Mhm.
can't pay his rent. So then how he gonna be able to keep on
To give,
helping? To
yeah.
keep on helping?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see what you mean.
You know?
Yeah, you do gotta be selfish sometimes. I respect that. I like that. I like that. So y'all take that in consideration. You can't always be everything for everybody. Sometimes you have to say no, cause you can't pour from an empty cup.
No, you
You know what
can't.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nobody gonna look out for you like you gonna look out for you.
That's facts. 1,000%. And you know what, guys? Today I'm gonna give y'all a motivation that started off as a note to myself. And I say this: ask yourself today, is this really the best that I can do?
Mm.
You know what I mean? I've had to ask myself that, and it's been times when I said, absolutely not. It's so much more I could be doing. It's so much more I could be doing, even small little things I could be doing to push myself further. Whether it's just improving myself mentally, whether it's improving myself physically, or improving myself career wise, financially. It's small things that I could be doing to push myself further.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times, for me personally, my bare minimum is usually enough to get me by
Right.
in most situations. But it's not the best that I can do. You
True.
know what I'm saying?
No, that is facts. Cause success is scary.
Mm,
Potential is scary. I grow up. I
yes.
come from like my daddy and my grandpa. They good at everything that they ever touched. Like
Mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen my daddy fail at anything, like at all.
That's what's up.
Besides kind of like just being around. You know what I mean? Like no, but I know, like, what I'm saying, for the
Yeah,
time that
I
I
know what you
like,
mean.
anytime that I was around him, like for the little parts that I am, he always into something new, and he
Mhm.
always good at it.
That's what's up.
Always, like he had a like even as a kid, he had a scholarship, full ride scholarship to Notre Dame for play baseball.
Damn,
My grandfather, he's a semi pro golfer.
that's quite the feat.
Yeah, and my grandpa basically funded two families. You know what I mean? Like they ain't really had to worry about anything because he was working all the time.
So you feel like they was always pushing themselves to do better.
yeah, I just feel like they just it's just like in them. It was in them,
Hmm.
not on them.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's like that's in me, but it's like but because I seen them be so good at everything that they touch, type shit,
It's intimidating.
yeah, it's very intimidating because they want you to be like that, and it's like
Mm.
now I'm scared to fail, type shit. I don't like that shit.
But that's a good thing though
It
too.
it is, but like it's just like I don't really like doing new shit. I realize that I have to, but I don't really like it. You know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
what you
Because the
mean. Yeah.
possibility of failure.
I mean, but if that's in you, if it's in your genes, you
Oh
got to
yeah.
know it's in you too.
Oh yeah. Cause even in school, like I ain't really do like high school and stuff like that. Like I ain't really do like homework and nothing like that.
Yeah.
All through high school, I ain't doing no homework and nothing like that, or really just like studying and like that. Like I don't understand the concept of studying. Like that seems so crazy to me. Like I understand people do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got ADHD, bro. Just sit there and just be quiet or like listen to music. I can't.
1,000%.
And, and,
I'm
and
the
then
same
and
way.
then learn with like I'm more of a hands on like listen.
Mhm.
I gotta listen to it. So,
I'm the same way. I gotta not only listen to it, I have to apply it. So if you're teaching me a math problem, only way I get it is for me to go up to the board or sit down with a pencil and a piece of paper and solve it. And I was the same way. Like in high school, I never did homework. And that was almost my downfall. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? But what I always did that worked for me, I would wait till the final. Like I might have did a couple pieces of homework or I did my work in class, but the finals I would make all A's on my finals. And then so even if I had an F in the class, that'll bring me around to a C.
right now, I always did C's. It's always because it feel like when you do the best type shit, and then when you don't do it, people be disappointed in you. So I'd
Yeah.
rather just fall
He's
into.
like, look.
I'd rather just fall in the way everybody else. You know what I mean? Just be with everybody else. Be
Yeah.
normal. Type shit. I don't want to be no more, no less than that. I just want to get by.
I just felt like you said, for me, I had ADHD too, and I didn't even know. I wasn't diagnosed until I was an adult. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Late in my adult life.
Is that because how you was brought up? Like you ain't go to the doctor and stuff like that?
I went to the doctor, but yeah, I was like, my mom didn't believe in like mental health and all that type of stuff.
Is it because you think it's because your background?
What you mean?
Like how you grew up and stuff like that? Like your ethnicity and stuff like that?
I'm sure, like black people are just now getting to a place where we like, okay, yeah,
Mm.
it's okay to go to the psychiatrist. It's okay to get therapy. It's okay. So, and I feel like as a parent, I'm not a parent yet, but I can
Mm.
imagine as a parent, especially back then, you don't want your kid to be looked at like there's something wrong with them.
Right. No, for real, cause I mean, you don't see like nothing wrong with them.
Yeah,
They just babies.
in your eyes, it's like, oh, so I will get all the time, oh, you just lazy, oh, you need to just
Mm.
focus. Because I would say, I remember it used to be this commercial on the radio for this stuff called Focus Factor.
Mm.
It was like some pills, I guess, that'll help you focus. And I used to tell my mama, I need that. And as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, because I knew like for some reason I can't focus. And it could be something like, I'm sitting here, I know that we got to do this show, but I'm picking at my nails.
Type shit.
Then I realized, like, dang, I got this little thing right here. And I'm doing that for 30 minutes.
Out of school, they used to put me in like a blank room to do tests or something like that. But that's like the worst thing to do because it's a blank wall.
Because you couldn't have nobody else around you.
Nah, blank wall. That could be anything.
But I'm saying, so you disturb other kids.
No, it was just so for my focus. Other kids would distract me.
Okay, I feel you. Yeah, and I agree with you. The blank wall,
That's
I'm seeing
anything.
everything on there.
Everything. It's limitless.
So it's kind of funny that they don't. It needs to be a different way for kids to learn.
You know.
Every kid can't go to a school with other kids and sit in the classroom. How is that the standard of learning for the last 100, 200, 300, however many thousands of years?
You know.
Everybody learn the same way.
You know.
You know what I'm saying?
I've always said that too. I feel like recently I was kind of realizing, like seeing all these kids and how easily they pick up on things. Like all these kids, they really got businesses at 10, 12, 15, 16. They online, they hold they social media
Yes.
influencers and stuff, making all types of money and companies and stuff. And it just make you think like how easily they pick up tablets and learn how to work
Yes.
that. And it's just like, bro,
2
they
and
could be
3 years old.
like it may sound, I don't know what the word is, like I don't want to say communist and totalitarianist or nothing like that, but you know how they make us take them what they call aptitude tests or whatever
Like
they call
standardized tests?
that make you that they figure out like what kind of job you be good at.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like they should do that when you younger and
Mm.
stuff, like when you're elementary or something like that, and they should really put you in classes that kind of put you towards whatever you kind of showing interest in and what you cause like a lot of these kids are really good at some of this stuff, man.
Yeah, that's true. Now that would be very
And like,
interesting.
you know what I'm saying? Like if you really into like wires and stuff like that and busting
Mm-hmm.
stuff open and trying to figure out how it works, maybe you should put him in some kind of like math or like electronic
Electricity. Yeah.
something, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
kind of going towards that way, cause we need people to do that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They've been trained to do that because, you know, once upon a time before we had all this stuff, you know, like TVs and you know, music and
Mm-hmm.
all these forms of entertainment and all these different jobs and stuff like that. What was it? You had to be a farmer,
Yeah.
blacksmith,
It was only a few
you
options.
know, like servants and stuff like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but there wasn't really money in some of these places. They was bartering and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
they was just doing what they got to do to make the community get by.
I mean, it's still not money in a lot of
Yeah.
fields though.
Nah, real talk, real talk. A lot of people, a lot of people go in the fields that don't have a lot of money. But you
But
know what
I
I'm.
agree with that. I think that would be an interesting concept to take an aptitude test a lot earlier in your
Mm-hmm.
school career, like maybe second grade, third grade, then take another one around fifth grade. You know, like a continuous thing. And then, like you said, take classes, general classes too, so you can still be around other
Yeah.
kids. But then most of your classes and your experiences should be focused towards
Mm-hmm.
what you may be good at. That's a very interesting concept. All right, well, let's jump right into the interview, Jelly Bean. I got a few questions for you just so my listeners can get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
And hopefully your listeners will get to know you a little bit better too.
All right.
So why don't you tell me, you've given me a little bit of insight, but who is Jelly Bean? You know, what are some things that you have accomplished um, or embarked upon in your life?
Man, honestly, I haven't really. Only things that I've really like just really put like a lot of effort into is and I feel like I've embarked on and just like, you know what I'm saying, really like focused on was you know, being a dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a 5-year-old little girl.
Okay.
And then and music honestly is the only things that I feel like I'm good at for real. Like not in a negative way, but it's just the only thing I want to do. There ain't no plan B.
Got you. Got you.
This is my plan.
So music
This is
is
my
your
plan. So,
thing.
not, and I'm not even saying rapping. Like
Just
I don't want to
music.
rap forever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like Steve Harvey and academics and Ryan Seacrest and Regis. You know what
Okay.
I'm
So
saying?
you want to host
I'm
as
trying to
well?
be a personality. I'm trying to get paid to be
Personality. Okay.
myself.
I love that. I love that. Absolutely. So, okay. So I know that you're saying that you haven't really done a lot so far, but what would you say has been your biggest success?
Uh, my biggest success. Um, just meeting a lot of the people, rubbing shoulders, and meeting a lot of people that that's big. You know, like I don't know. I know you know who C Strugs is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Rest in peace.
I did a song with my boy C Strugs. Like I got a chance to talk to him and stuff like that. Chop it up with him on the phone for like a good 3 times, like good hour or so.
So you got a song with C
Yeah, I
Strugs?
got a song with Strugs.
It's on your YouTube?
Yeah. We
Okay.
actually trying. I'm actually talking to his people right now, and trying to get it re-released. And we trying to do it like a fresher version of it for.
Nice.
Because I believe this next project gonna be the final project that they putting out. So I'm trying to you know, finesse that to get it on there, and then like I don't know, I just I done met a lot of people. I don't know if you know Prophecy is, you know, me Prophecy did all Mo 3 videos for the most part. Like he did
Okay.
outside and like slide on them, things of that nature. And you know, I as like 17, 18, I was around Prophecy at his people house because I'm cool with his cousin.
Mhm.
And I just been rubbing shoulders with a lot of.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. You know what I mean. I don't really
That's
take
important.
advantage of that because I don't want to be that type of person. You know what I mean?
Man,
Like,
you know they say it ain't what you know, it's who you know.
type shit. And you know, I'm cool with Lucci.
Yeah.
And I met, you know what I'm saying, me and Mr. Lucci is real tight. We did a photo shoot. He you know, I gave him some of my clothes because I was making clothes at the time.
I see you got a lot of songs out.
Mhm.
You got a lot of how many mixtapes do you have out?
I think I got 3 like full length that's just like that's mine, and then I got a joint project with my partner M3.
That's quite a few. That's a
Yeah.
lot of songs.
Yeah.
Cause I was kind of surprised when I went to your YouTube. I thought it was gonna be a few videos. Then I'm like, damn, it's
I done put out
plenty songs.
I want to say like 10, 11 videos this year.
This year alone?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I wanted to do one every 2 weeks, but certain things got in the way of me uploading and stuff.
Yeah,
And
life.
yeah, it was not even life. It was more or less like scheduling and stuff like that. Like the videos weren't done in time, so
Got you.
I had to put out like something else. Like I had to put out like an interview instead or something like that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Some other kind of form of content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. So, JellyBean, what would you consider to be your biggest failure so far?
My biggest failure. Probably making it work with my BM. Like this, so my
So, yeah, I didn't make it work. Then.
nah. Probably not making it work for my
Oh,
my
you saying
kid.
not making it
Yeah,
work?
not
with
making
her.
it work,
Got
not
you.
making it work with her type
Yeah.
shit. So it kind of like end up being like like a statistic and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know
I mean,
what
your baby only 5. Y'all still
yeah,
could make it work.
yeah. I mean, you know,
She
but
got somebody new.
I mean, I don't think so right now. She did, but I ain't really tripping on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's probably like you know what I mean, cause that's what my daughter want that.
So you want it to be a family?
Yeah, I mean,
You
for
consider
like
that to be a failure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's respectable. I mean,
not making it work.
yeah, you could still be a healthy parent for her.
Yeah,
but
most
it's
definitely.
respectable that you
But
wanted
her,
that.
that's how she grew up for like almost 4 years. Like I was there the whole time. Like we didn't
Yeah.
break up while she was pregnant or nothing like that. Like we lived together. I was there
Yeah.
the whole time. That's more than like a lot of people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's how she grew up. So my daughter act like a divorced child.
Mm.
And I've never dealt with that because me and my being, we didn't grow up with our daddies. Like I know who
Yeah.
my daddy is, and he was around here and there. But like,
You want to
it's
be
not
fair.
it's not a big deal to me. Like the fact that, but her, she be very upset about it. I don't know how to deal with that because, like I said, I ain't grow up with a dad, so I'm just like,
What's the big deal? I'm still
I'm
here.
just like I'm just like, I don't know because I
Yeah.
don't know how to do with that.
Because it's
not
like y'all
something-
took something away
Yeah,
from
it's
her.
not something that I've never dealt with.
Yeah.
I've never seen my parents together. For my parents to be together for more than 45 minutes without argument is crazy.
You said that's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so do you feel like what do you feel like you've learned from what you consider a failure?
That don't act out of emotion.
Big facts.
People be
Big
upset
facts.
and then they do shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tripping on like talking type shit. People say stuff all the time. You
Yeah.
gonna say some crazy stuff. I ain't tripping on that. I burst that off. 30 minutes later, I go to sleep, take a nap, and not worry
Right.
about that. But like physically doing stuff, you know what I mean? Like intentionally, that's just too much.
It's not cool.
It's too much. You gotta think about the outcome. A lot of people don't think about the outcome at the end of the day, cause
they just
a lot
be
of people
emotional at the moment.
some people ain't got nothing to lose. Like say you getting into a relationship, like you got kids, but the other person don't. So that person that person that don't start acting crazy.
Yeah, they
ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with you on that. So just to piggyback off that, what's been your biggest challenge so far?
Biggest challenge
as far as your music goes?
Probably building my fan base back up because I've been outside. I've been back outside for like 2.5 years now, a little over that. Cause like when I was with her, like I don't know, she felt like my music was kind of like I wasn't good at balancing the music and
family life
priorities.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So it's just like we barely getting by. But, I'm trying to go to the yoga. That's what I knew. I went from being at my mama house trapping and stuff like that to like being in the streets and stuff to being with my BM. So like I don't know, like it was very different. I went from a careless life to something with responsibility very fast. You know what I'm saying? So like I wasn't very good at juggling that.
Got you.
So being back outside, building my fan base back up is kind of hard because a lot of those people, like it's like people that put out. You see people that put out them mixtape covers that look like they made them on their phones, or like the music that don't very like it could like the potential is there, but it don't sound good. The quality isn't there, right?
Absolutely.
And so it's like say that's the first song you heard from that person, you most likely not gonna go click on that song anything else again when they put out.
Facts.
So like that's why I messed up. I messed up twice doing that. I messed up by falling off and not coming out. And then my first records that I had put out, they wasn't good. I was cocky. So it wasn't what it was type shit.
Yeah.
Until like a couple years later, you know what I mean? Then I really started, you know what I'm saying, understanding the
I mean,
shit
but you don't know till you know.
type shit. But it's just like more or less people see that it's like, well, you done fell off once and you stopped doing this shit once.
Yeah.
So it made you think like, why would I invest all my time into becoming like a big ass fan or something like that when because of potential you doing that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you drop so consistently now?
Yeah, like to make like to show people I'm putting foot on next, man, because I hate half-ass artists, bro.
Absolutely.
Like I hate them with a passion. It really oversaturates the market. I hate people.
Point.
I hate people that like if you an artist and you online and you talking about something, you taking a social media break and stuff like that, like for mental health and stuff like that. Alright, cool. I understand mental health type shit. Mental health is very important, but you know there are apps that you can set up where you can schedule.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you got to stay on these people's minds.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It could be the same thing that you posting every day, the same reel, but you got to stay on these people's feeds.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to fall out of the algorithm.
But that's so true, but that's what makes it so hard to be a creative. That's what makes it so hard to do this full time because it's literally full time. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how a parent, like if I mean now fathers do it too, but a stay at home mom, that's her full time job, 24/7.
I was staying home dad at once upon a time because how I wasn't good on paper.
Yeah, so you already know when your girl get off work, you still at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your baby not gonna be like
she coming home tired.
Yeah, she come home tired, but the thing is, she get to get off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to get off because you still got to continue to do stuff for the
make
baby.
Sure that shit cool. Both of them, you gotta make sure you gotta do shit for both of them.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as an artist. Ain't no turning off. Ain't no social media mental health break. Either you want it or you don't. And that's just the reality of it. Especially if you're upcoming. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to build yourself up, either you want it or you don't. Because if you have to keep starting over, you lessen your chance. And I'm speaking from experience, so definitely don't nobody think I'm coming from some kind of high horse. Nah. Like when you start over and over and over, that shit get harder every time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else, some 10, 15, 100 people done came in.
You gotta stay on it consistent. I say it's like wrestling, how wrestling was like the late 80s and then in the 90s or whatever. You gotta keep that character on.
Yeah.
Like especially like say like female rappers. Like if you one of them female rappers that's like a Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice type like rapper, like you pretty and all you post the pretty shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything that you've ever came out with, you just pretty, and then they catch you lacking.
Yeah.
That's
gonna be the shit that go viral.
It don't be a good look. Or you like one of these niggas that's fresh all the time type shit. Then they catch you outside with the ashy feet and no socks on with slides on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your shit not done. It's a rap. Like you know what I'm saying?
And that's so crazy.
It's the image, bro.
Yeah, fans are fickle. The fans are fickle. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the interview up, JellyBean, and move on to the next segment just before we run out of time. But before I do, tell us what you're promoting right now, and tell me what actions can people take to support you right now.
What I'm promoting right now, I got the 3 videos that I've been pushing consistently. I just dropped one of them. It's called Still Going.
Okay.
And it's probably one of my most I don't know what the word is, like visually pleasing videos. Like it's the sets, the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the song, the imagery, like the build up on the actual beat. So if you listen to like everything, if you understand like the artistic, you know what I'm saying, value or whatever, you really pay attention to it, you'll understand how it goes. And then this other song I got called Worried. That's probably the fan favorite that everybody always tells me. I've only had 2 people say that they wasn't feeling it. Everybody else, that's the one.
Okay.
And then another song I got called Rapture because of how like lit it is, you know. And these 3 songs have accumulated a lot of views in the shortest amount of time from all the videos that all the music that I'm put out.
So for you, it would be helpful for people to go check out those songs,
Worried,
share, like,
Rapture, and Still Going.
So y'all check out JellyBean TV on YouTube. Are you on Spotify as well, right?
Yeah, Spotify,
iTunes, anywhere you can stream music. Still Going, Worried, and Rapture. And I'm gonna say check out the one I like a lot too. I actually pretty much like all the ones I've heard so far, but I liked Sheba.
Sheba Sweet.
Yeah, Sheba Sweet.
Yeah.
check out that one too. That's the one I like the best so far. But like I said, I really like all the songs I've heard. You check out his videos on YouTube. Dude got so many videos on here. This guy is working, and I really respect the
I'm
consistency.
trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, so you has quite a few songs and everything to listen to. So we're gonna jump right into the true crime segment.
Okay.
So JellyBean, I'm gonna tell you this story, and you just react to it and tell me what you think about it. Give me your opinion on it, okay?
Okay.
So, have you heard about this 46-year-old guy who ended up killing his 22-year-old coworker after they had a internet affair with this 18-year-old girl?
What is the internet affair? No, I haven't. But what is the internet? What is the internet affair? What is that? What?
Internet affair. They both were in online relationships with the same person.
So they wasn't actually with them and physically.
Mm, one of them tried to. So let me just explain.
That's
Let me,
what
let
I'm
me
trying to
explain.
like.
Let
So
me
it's
give you a
strict.
little backstory.
So it's like work boyfriends. Like you're not
It
really
was
together.
strictly online. Exactly.
Online though.
Strictly online.
Okay, so you bay online.
So this
Okay.
guy, this 46-year-old guy, Thomas Montgomery, I'm gonna show you his picture right quick
Okay.
too, just so you can get the imagery.
Online relationship.
This is him.
Computer love.
So this guy Thomas was 46 years old,
Okay.
pretty much going through what seemed to be a midlife crisis. He found himself somewhat depressed. He was very bored with his life. He was married with 2 kids, but that just really wasn't enough for him no more. He was disappointed with the way his life turned out.
Okay.
So he kind of been telling his people at work this a little bit. You know, you kind of build relationships with your coworkers. So he telling them this, and they telling him he needs to get on this website called Pogo. So this was
Okay.
back in 2005.
Definitely.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Pogo is pretty much like a game room. Now it's a little bit different now, but back then in 2005, you could not only play games with people, but you could literally get into rooms where it would be based on like age or different interests and stuff like that. So Thomas signs up for Pogo, and he makes his account called Marine Sniper. To be fair, he was in the Marines back in the day, but he
Okay.
wasn't a sniper. So anyway, he ends up getting in this room, and this girl reaches out to him, and it's like, "Hey, just so you know, this is a room for teenagers. This is a room for kids." So he goes, "Oh, I'm 18. I just enrolled in the Marines," and he gets to telling her this backstory, like that he's 18 years old, he's in the Marines, and he's getting ready to get deployed to Iraq.
Ain't nobody call malarkey on that.
No, I
It
mean,
sound like a bunch of malarkey. You realize? I
he
feel
sent
like
her
it
this
take.
picture
I feel like it take a little more than a year or less than a year if you
to get trained to be
you
a
see
sniper.
what I'm saying? Like, so you get in there when you was 18, like what the day of? You
Yeah.
was 18, and then you went through training, and then you got injured.
No, he wasn't injured.
Oh.
He was getting ready to go to Iraq.
Okay.
That's what he told her, that he was getting ready to get deployed. So,
Seem like-
because I guess he thought in his mind, like, if he needs to cut it off, he can. If he tell her,
Okay.
I'm getting ready to get deployed.
Okay.
So she tells him that she's an 18-year-old high school senior, and that she's on the softball team at her school. She's getting ready to go to college. So this is her. This is the picture she sent him.
Okay.
That's her and her mom. So basically, they start getting to know each other. It gets to the point where all their free time is spent on the computer talking back and forth to one another. So Thomas, he tells her that his name is Tommy. So he really didn't necessarily catfish her. I feel like he just misrepresented himself.
He lied about his age though.
He lied about his age.
That's
He
a-
lied about having kids and a wife. And I mean, he definitely lied about being a sniper as well.
Yeah.
So
Is that the picture was of him?
yeah,
Okay.
that
I
is
mean,
him.
okay.
It's just not. It wasn't him at that moment.
Right. Okay.
So they get to the point where they having cyber sex. They really getting into each other. They talking all the time, and then eventually, Tommy tells her that he's getting deployed, but he does not cut off the relationship there. He tells her that they can still talk through his dad, Thomas Senior. So now he's talking to this girl. Her name is Jessie, by the way, as kind of himself, but he's still acting like he got a son named Tommy. And so she gets to the point where she wants to send Tommy care packages. So she's sending him care packages with like dog tags and like socks, and she even sent her panties in some of them. So they in deep. they in real deep. It's to the point where it's very confusing because it was like he was getting into character so much. He would be like arguing with this girl, like, "No, I'm not gonna tell my son what you said. I feel like I feel like you're gonna break his heart. You're gonna hurt him, and he not gonna be smart enough to see it." So he would be acting like he was mad at her sometimes, and eventually, he even was bragging about the whole thing at work. So she would be sending him like half naked pictures and stuff, and he would print them out and take them to work and be like, "This 18-year-old is on me, y'all. Like she trying to fuck with me." So yeah, he was very
Oh
he was
man.
into it. So at one point he must have forgotten to close the Pogo chat window.
Oh hell.
Yeah, so
The
his
slip up.
daughter was using the computer and
How old his daughter was?
she was like 12.
Okay.
So she using the computer, a message come through, she read it, and she know that this shit ain't right. So she go tell her mom. Yeah.
Snitching.
So yeah, she snitched immediately.
That's crazy. You gonna do that to your daddy? That's insane.
I mean, yeah, cause it's
That's
like,
crazy. Hey, I'd have
what
been
is
like, bro,
this? What is this? Yeah.
what the fuck?
So I don't. But to be fair, I don't know exactly what she saw, but whatever it was, she told moms.
Type shit.
Moms read all the messages. Moms start snooping through all that shit through the garage. She finds the care packages.
Not through the garage.
Cause she can see that this girl been sending him stuff. So she finds the care packages. And so of course when he come home, she confront him right away. And he's just like basically apologizing. He like, sometimes it's easier for me to talk to somebody online than it is to talk to you. So she ends up sending Jesse a letter. She sent her a letter with a picture of them. She circles his face. She sent her a picture of them and their two kids. So she circled his face and said, "This is Tommy that you've been talking to. Um, this is a 46-year-old man that I've been married to for 19 years or whatever. Blah blah blah. Don't believe everything you read on the internet." So
That's in 2005. She's saying that.
yes,
Don't believe everything.
don't believe everything
People
you
still
read on the
believe
internet.
in what they hear on the internet.
Exactly.
In 2005, she
In
knew that the G
2005,
was up on the internet.
she said, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet." So the girl get the message and she like, "What the fuck?" So she confront him and he basically like, "Yeah, it's true. I'm 46. I'm not 18." So like I said, some of his coworkers is on this app too. So immediately she know one of his coworkers. So she reach out to him and she like, "Is this true?" Like she I think she was confused. You know what I'm saying? Like she trying to make sense of it all. So he was 22, the coworker. His name was Brian. So she reached out to Brian. She like, "Is all this true? Like, is he really 46?" So Brian, of course, is like, "Yeah, like it is
What
true."
Brian a hoe.
Brian, what was
Brian
he
is a
supposed to
hoe.
say?
He's a hoe worker, not a co-worker.
So basically, she started bending to Brian. They start talking on an everyday basis, and they start flirting.
Okay.
And they start flirting like in the game rooms, so where everybody can see, not in their private messages. So Thomas can see that they flirting.
Damn it. Wait,
Yeah.
the wife still letting them go online?
I guess so, right?
That's crazy. How's he finding the time to do this shit now?
He probably was doing it when she was asleep or some shit.
Type shit, going to the library or something.
Oh, you know what? I think at one point he did go to the library.
That's insane.
Yeah, but no, he still was accessing the home computer.
That's insane.
My thing was, oh, no. At one point, I don't know if this was the point, but at one point he did actually get a laptop. So he was finding different ways to talk to this girl. But at this point, he actually wasn't talking to her. He was just getting pissed and
Like,
getting
he's just
jealous.
looking at shit. Like, is she still talking to this man?
Yeah.
So she was still fucking with him.
No, she had told him to leave her alone after she found out he was 46.
Okay.
And at first he kept trying to write her when he seen her flirting with old boy. But she had her mom reach out and was basically like, "Leave my daughter alone." So he just spent a couple weeks being frustrated and getting jealous and getting mad. So then eventually she started reaching back out to him. And so at first he was kind of like, "Your mom said to leave you alone. Just leave me alone." And so she like, "Oh, you don't want to talk?" So
Wait, so she was feeling him again?
yeah.
What the fuck? So she started to feel this man.
So for months she was kind of going back and forth between Brian the 22-year-old, and Thomas, the 46-year-old. And Brian and Thomas really start beefing. Because at first they was cool. But now Thomas is getting mad that Brian's still talking to his girl. And Brian is starting to tell other coworkers at the job that Thomas is a pervert. Because he's talking to this 18-year-old girl that's almost the same age as his daughter. So, yeah, it gets very tense. So this goes on for months, actually. And Thomas just escalate. He getting madder and madder. He get to telling her, like, you need to stop talking to me. He done told her, I will give him this. He told her about 12 times to leave him alone. But
He told her.
he told her about 12
Okay.
times to leave him alone. But he never stopped talking to her. He never blocked her, which he could have done. And he never stopped just accessing the website.
Okay.
So eventually, Brian decides that he wants to go meet Jesse in person.
Okay.
So this is Brian. Hold on. This is Brian. Kind of typical white guy.
Yeah, normal
You know
white
what I'm
dude.
saying? Yeah. But him and Jesse would have really been more better matched up because he was 22 and she was 18. So
Yeah.
that would have made way
That's-
more sense.
yeah.
Thomas really should have just fell back, in my opinion.
Type shit.
So Brian decides that he's tired of talking online. He want to go see Jesse in person. So he tells Thomas this, that I'm this weekend I'm going to see her in person. Thomas is unhinged at this point. And he telling dude, like, oh, what, you finna drive all the way out there so you can pop her cherry and all type of shit like
Boy
that.
said,
And he
not on
like,
my watch.
well, Brian was like,
God damn it.
the funny thing is, Brian was actually still being respectful. Thomas was the one talking nasty. Brian was like, well, I'm going to her house, so I'm going to just let her take the lead. Whatever she want to do, that's what we'll do. And so Thomas kept being like, nah, you going to pop her cherry. I can't believe that you putting this girl over our friendship. And I think, to me, Brian probably was like, bro, some 18-year-old over a 46-year-old man, yeah.
My thing is, like, how tight was they in the first? Like, they were just cool at work? Because I've been cool with just people just at work,
Yeah.
but we not, like, friends.
And that's kind of how I feel,
Like,
too.
do I call you? Do we talk on the phone? Because, like, that when people get that stuff misconstrued. I be hurting people's feelings by accident. They be like, we friends, right? I be like, no.
True.
We not. I don't call you every day. It'd be weird if I called you today, wouldn't it? They'd be like, yeah, kind of. I was like, does that sound like friends to you?
I think they was a little bit more than coworkers. Like, they might have hung out outside of work a couple times.
Yeah, because I done smoked with some niggas. You know, I done became friends with some coworkers. I'm not saying it's not possible, but like 46 and 22, like what was they kicking it?
My thing is,
what was they doing?
I think they had like a like cards, poker, some shit like that.
Fight club.
Like if they hung out outside of work. Yeah, I don't know about the fight club. Don't know about the fight club.
Well, you don't speak about fight club.
So anyway, look, so Brian says that he's going to see her. Thomas is pissed. So that Friday, when Brian was supposed to get off work, Thomas staked outside the job waiting for him to get off, because he knew that Brian would be the last one to leave. So before Brian even left, Thomas actually flattened all his tires. Well, he flattened his back tires so that he wouldn't be able to pull off. And as soon as Brian came out, got in his car, Thomas ran up on him with a gun and shot him. Shot him and killed him right there in the job parking lot. And because it was the weekend, nobody would find Brian's body until that following Monday.
So nobody pulled up into the parking lot?
So the police did ride by the parking lot, but they figured that for whatever reason, one of the workers had left their car there for the weekend. So I guess it probably wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it wouldn't be crazy to just see a car sitting somewhere for the weekend.
No, but it's like, damn, it's crazy.
Yeah, if only they would have just checked and seen. So anyway, Monday the security guard comes in. He immediately calls the police. Police come up there. Of course, they have to question all the employees. Immediately, they find out about the beef between Thomas and Brian.
That nigga not smart, bro.
No, he wasn't smart at all. To kill him on job property. So
and it's online, bro. They pull up all that.
They couldn't find Thomas right away, but using Brian's phone, they were able to locate Jesse. So they sent police officers to her house right away. They drove all the way from New York to West Virginia to try to make sure that she was okay. So when they get to her house, her mom answers the door, and they're like, where's your daughter? Where's Jessie? And she's like, Jessie's at school. Like, what's going on? And like, we think she's in danger. She's been talking to this guy online, and we think that he may be trying to, come find her. Do you have a way to get in touch with her? So her mom is like, no, I don't have a way to get in touch with her. And like, you don't have a phone number for her? And she's like, no. So they pressing her because they like, bitch, what you mean you ain't got no way to get in touch with your daughter? Just because she at college, you got to have a way to get in touch with her. So the mom eventually breaks down and starts crying. And she reveals that it's been her talking to these guys online the whole time. Her daughter knows nothing about it. Yeah. The catfish was getting catfished.
That's why she went back and was talking to that dude, because she was that was well in her age range.
Because she like, shit, I'm 46 too.
The guy.
So this is the mom.
No, we didn't see her the whole time. If she sent this picture, she low key sent herself from the
I don't
get-go.
know if she sent
I was
this
about
picture.
to say she sent that picture.
But the messed up part was she was sending half naked pictures of her daughter out to these men.
How she?
So what I'm thinking is that, like if her daughter was changing clothes or something, she would sneak and get pictures. And I guess she would probably get a few, so it would look like she was trying to send a sexy picture. Because you're not going to think nothing about changing clothes, as a girl at least. You're not going to think nothing about changing clothes in front of your mom. So it could be something as simple as, hey, babe, try on this dress I got you.
So who, like,
so
she get in trouble or something?
She didn't actually. Thomas, they did eventually catch him, and he's currently serving 20 years in prison for killing Brian.
20 years is crazy.
It's really not enough time.
That's
I don't know why he wouldn't have got a life sentence.
Take somebody's life.
And get 20 years. So he'll actually be out in a couple years.
Like rapists and shit, they get them more time.
Yeah.
I understand. They took somebody innocent. They get a lot. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get a lot of time, but it's just like somebody took a whole life. Like,
they not coming back.
Yeah, at all.
So he'll be out in 2026. Yeah. And my thing is, everything's so much more advanced now. I don't know what this man is capable of now. She didn't serve any time, and that's something that Thomas was really upset about. He felt like she should have been charged and right there in prison with him.
But for what though? She didn't like.
That's what I said. Because at the end of the day, she didn't kill nobody.
She didn't tell them like, "Hey, you guys should beef, fight over me."
I think she didn't necessarily say y'all should beef, but clearly she was going back and forth. And clearly she was intensifying.
She liked that she had two men.
Yeah, exactly. To me, I feel like this, and I hate to even give her a pass. If she do it again, then I take this back. But to me, I feel like it's 05. She don't know this shit is gonna get this deep. She don't know it's gonna turn from being on a computer to real life. She think when she turn off her computer and go to bed, this shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, she like you said, she liked the attention. She in her 40s. She ain't skinny and blonde no more like her daughter, so it feel good to have two men fighting over her. But I don't think she realized how serious it was.
So she had a husband?
She had a husband. Her husband divorced her.
For not, like...
And her daughter doesn't talk to her anymore. Her daughter went no contact because she never showed any type of remorse. So her daughter said that she actually never even apologized. She never even told her what happened. Her daughter had to find out.
On like the news or something?
Because people was asking her about it.
Now you're going to be on Netflix series and shit. Now, I'm sure there's YouTube documentaries about you and
it's
shit.
all type of stuff
you
on
your podcast talking about it now.
It's a whole movie. It's a whole Lifetime movie. It's called Tall,
Lifetime
Hot,
be
Blonde.
on it.
Yeah.
Lifetime be on it.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That's
I
crazy.
wasn't expecting that.
The catfish got catfish.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, rest in peace to Brian. I do feel for his family. I think it's...
I feel bad for Brian. Didn't even figure out he was talking to an old bitch.
And that's almost why I almost do feel like she should have got something, even if it was some kind of probation. Because he did get killed behind
They should
you.
have sent her to the psych ward or something, because that lady is crazy. That lady, they put her in a straitjacket for like a year or two. That crazy. And no computers. She can't use no computers.
No computers. I feel like her and old boy need to be taken away any access to computers, because y'all don't know.
Hey, man, he get out, if he find out about Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is crazy. Twitter's nasty. He gonna go crazy on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Hey, I seen recently some old guy had got in trouble because his likes on Twitter, like when you like something, people can see that. So it was all kind of porn,
Yeah, it
like
was a
shit in
dude.
his
It was a dude
likes.
in the NBA and shit. It was like a ref. It
Damn.
was like a ref or a coach or something like that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful what you doing on these social
My
media
thing is, that's a grown
websites.
ass man, bro. He work here. When he leave out there, you think people was like he's like, this is a disgrace to the NBA.
It kind of is like, bro, get on private mode in your
I get
browser and watch
I
porn like
get
the
it,
rest
but I
of them.
don't. I get it and I don't at the same time. It'd be like he should be able to like whatever he like,
That's true.
as long as it's not like super fucking
But I'm gonna say
like
for an NBA coach or something, your Twitter is also your professional presentation.
yeah. That's why I mean that's what sucks about being a public image too
Yeah.
though, because people be like, well, yeah, it's like man, I'm not trying to be the role model for your kids.
Shit,
They
you ain't got
just
no choice.
yeah, they just so happen to like me. That suck. That suck that I can't react like a normal person now because of how the masses gonna perceive me. But if I was normal, I could basically do whatever I wanted, and it wouldn't be a problem.
I mean, but at the same time, when you getting paid exorbitant amounts of money to do something that you love doing, that's the price you gotta pay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, let's do one quick "Am I the asshole?" because we really got to get up out of here. So basically, I'm gonna read you this scenario, and you give your opinion and tell whether you think this person is an asshole or not.
Okay.
All right. Am I the asshole because I, 38-year-old female, don't want to take my stepson, 9, on vacation? My husband, who's also 39, and I have been married for 5 years. We have 2 children of our own, both girls, age 5 and 2. I also have a son from a previous marriage, but I was a widow. My husband's ex is barely involved in our stepson's life at all. They got divorced when my stepson was 2, and his ex wanted a fresh start, so my husband did the decent thing and has complete custody of his son, even though he wanted shared custody. I just got a bonus at work, and I really want to go on vacation with just my family, just once. We've been on family vacations all together lots of times, but just once, I wanted to spend my money going on vacation where I'm not looking after someone else's kid. I want my stepson to stay with his mom while we go on vacation. My husband sees my point of view and is okay with it. I don't think I'm being unreasonable at all. My mom found out what I was planning and says I'm being a complete asshole. She says I'm an asshole because if stepson's mom isn't involved in his life, I should be even more involved in his life to compensate. She also says that I'm being a hypocrite taking my son. Oh, she also says I'm being a hypocrite by taking my son. But I think that's totally different because my son doesn't have another parent. I'm all he's got. If stepson's mom won't take him just for once, then obviously he'll come. But I don't think I'm the asshole to ask if I can have a vacation with just my own family one time. It's not like I hate my stepson or something. He's a nice kid, he's just not mine. Am I the asshole?
Like, she's a terrible person.
I
That girl's terrible. There's special places in hell. Like what? And then how
Yeah.
she referring to it like my family.
know.
What the fuck? So this kid
Yeah.
don't count? No, and then you talking about so you been married to this man for 5 years, the kid 9. You been there since he was 4 years old, and you said
you don't
only
feel
married,
nothing.
and then she only said married. That's not including dating.
Right, very true.
So
Very
you've
true.
been married since he was 4. His mama been out of his life since he was 2.
So let's say that y'all been together at least since he was 3. Yeah.
You been there more than his actual mom.
Right.
You is his mom. That's crazy.
So imagine how he would feel knowing all y'all went on vacation without him.
Type shit. And then so the 2 daughters is both of theirs?
Yes.
That's crazy. And then you bring in the other one?
The other son, who is almost his same age. Her other son.
And then you got a granny, obviously. He got a granny, obviously. Leave that motherfucker with the granny.
Yeah.
And you talking about, like she said, my family, so like my son. And then the dad is okay with it.
That's the
nigga,
part where I'm
he
like, bro, you
terrible,
a
too.
whole pussy
He
out here.
terrible, bro.
Horrible parent.
So, wait, you gonna go on whole vacations? What kind of Cinderella shit is this?
And then leave him with his mom, who haven't been active in his life. Yeah.
You is his parent.
So you already know who taking out the trash every day, who mowing the lawn, who cleaning out the garage.
That's what I'm saying. What kind of Cinderella shit is this?
Nah, for real. Damn. Yeah, you know what? You are an asshole, and lady, I'm gonna call you Keisha. You ain't shit, Keisha. And
Keisha.
you and that dude you with, I'm gonna call him Kevin. You
Kevin
and
Keisha.
Kevin ain't shit. Cause Kevin, like, bro,
Collectively.
you a terrible parent. If you don't advocate for your son, who is? Not Keisha. Not his mama, cause she ain't shit. So Kevin ain't got nobody except Keisha mama. That's
Except
the
his
sad
granny. His
part.
granny.
That ain't even his
Step
granny.
his step
Right.
granny.
Keisha, your mama had to step in and tell you, bitch, are you crazy? Why did your mama have to, like,
So
how
wait.
do you not get that?
So wait, if the dad was referring to the other son, it'd be like, that's not my son.
That's what I'm saying.
And he'd be like, I don't want him to come, but you're paying for it. So I guess.
And then she's saying it's not the same because my son doesn't have another parent. He don't either.
Yeah, it's just, no.
Because if your mom not like for your mom to step away, that's I'm not saying it's different, but it is. It's different than if your dad not there.
And then on top of that, females hate the way niggas is now. Hate the way that we brought up. Hate the way that we act. Why would you
Yeah.
contribute to some woman hate in this man's heart?
Facts. You're gonna contribute. You are building a little woman hating misogynist in your own house, and he ain't gonna be wrong.
Rather than you nurturing him and
Right.
being there
And
for
treating
him.
him just
So
like you
when
his-
he grew up, if he in a situation like that to where he got stepkids or something like
Yeah.
that, it's like, nah, bro. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I had my mother didn't want to be, was not there, did not want to be there, and
Nobody
stepped in.
wanted me.
Somebody stepped in.
Yeah.
And took over that. I don't think females know how to do that.
No, I think a lot do.
No, a lot of
this
dudes.
lady is just.
I just
ain't
feel
shit.
like a lot of dudes have to do that.
Okay, see that'll be a whole nother conversation. But the difference is, you saying you don't feel like a lot of females do that. A lot of dudes have to, but I'm sure a lot of women would say a lot of dudes ain't there for their kids.
No, they're not. But as a man, say so. My daughter's pretty much taken care of. Like, I don't have to worry about that. You know, not on no like deadbeat shit. But like, I've never worried about my daughter like starving or like, you know, possibly getting beat on or no shit like that. I'm carefree when it comes to that. Like, I know my BM got that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me dating a woman, they're not coming into my relationship trying to pick up some kind of slack that my BM is not doing. Versus me getting into a relationship with somebody that does have kids and their daddy not being there type shit. So eventually down the line, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't pick the little ones up from school today. Is there any way that you could go pick them up and just watch them for a couple hours?
I mean,
like
I'm gonna say that when you enter into a situation, you have to be prepared for that to happen regardless.
No, you do. But it more often than not type shit, the female does have the kid.
Yeah.
And you is going to have to pick up, you have to be ready to pick up some type of slack. Most men don't have their kids, or their kids is pretty much taken care of.
Okay, I see what
So
you're
you're
saying.
not having to come in and be a step parent
To somebody
to
else.
my kid,
Yeah.
but I'm having to come in and being a step parent to yours.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, but I still think I still think a lot of times when a woman
And that's
is
not
dealing,
definitive. That's not definitive.
no, for sure. But I still think a lot of women do have that unless they don't have kids. So to me, with her, it's even stranger because it's like you got a kid, and it's the same age. So you would
And your
think that
kid's
she
dad
would
is
come
not
in
there.
there like you think she would have immediately came in like, oh, perfect, my son got a
'cause
brother.
This man came in and was a dad to your son.
So it's kind of strange for her to be like. Because I was finna say, like, I think a lot of women do, like, they are prepared to take on a step parent, a stepmom role. Like, they are prepared to be a mother when the kid is around, especially when they got kids. And I was gonna say, I think, you know, if you deal with a woman who don't got kids, then she's not prepared to step into that role.
I would say the only reason I'm saying not prepared is because how many women do you know that just like, I don't want these kids? Like, there's.
No, well, I mean, even for a weekend dad. So, for instance, if your kid can spend the weekend with you, but you still got to work on the weekend, then they're gonna be there with your partner.
Yeah.
So, unless your partner don't have kids, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be prepared to treat your kid the same way. She's gonna be prepared to take your kid in as another kid. If she don't have kids, then I would expect her to act like this, like, you know, like, damn, he can't go with his mama for the weekend.
Type shit, like,
but yeah, I'm like,
I'm paying for it.
you got kids, like, yeah, she an asshole. All right,
Terrible.
that's our time. JellyBean, thank you so much for coming on my
Thank you
show.
for having me,
I
man.
appreciate it. All y'all, make sure y'all go follow him. Facebook, Jordan Hernandez. YouTube, JellyBean TV. And just JellyBean on all streaming services.
And the Instagram, JellyBeaner94.
So y'all check him out. I'm gonna put all his links and stuff in the description. And y'all make sure y'all stay locked in with the Chante Show. I'm dropping up new episodes every Friday, and I will also link my favorite video of Jelly Beans in the description as well. All right, y'all. Stay up.